on in now. Hi, my name is Regina Cross, and I direct the Spartan Pathways Travel Program. And so you probably received a number of emails from me. So welcome to this Zoom presentation, a pre-departure presentation regarding the Dutch Waterways Tour that's coming up soon. Just to start with a little housekeeping, if you could remain on mute throughout the presentation, it makes it a little easier. Things pick up very easily on microphones, commuter microphones, so any little thing can distract a little bit. So if you could remain on mute, that'd be wonderful. All right, so to begin, I want to introduce Jo Lattimore. She is a professor here at Michigan State, and she will be serving as your MSU host for the tour. So, Jo, would you like to say a few words?
Sure. Good morning, everyone. It's exciting to know that our trip isn't too far off now. I've been counting the days, and when you get down to those teens, it gets pretty exciting. So, yeah, as Regina said, my name is Jo Lattimore. I'm a faculty member here at Michigan State University in the Department of Fisheries and Wildlife. I've been in this position for 17 years and also earned my PhD from MSU in Fisheries and Wildlife. So I'm a Spartan through and through, and looking forward to joining you all as your faculty host on this trip. Little bit about me and my background. I live in Traverse City, Michigan, but visit East Lansing and spend time on campus a couple times a month. And I work on lakes and rivers across Michigan, primarily doing conservation work, particularly focused on invasive species prevention and also on just general conservation of our lakes and streams. I work a lot with the Michigan DNR and our departments of agriculture and environment. So it's a lot of fun, and it'll be really interesting to see how the environments that we see while we're in Europe compare to what we see in Michigan. I'm looking forward to that, as well as just getting to know all of you. So I look forward to joining you and this adventure we have coming up.
Thank you, Jo. Okay, next thing I'm going to introduce Mark Miller, who is a representative. He's a senior vice president with AHI Travel. And once he's finished with the presentation, we'll do a Q&A so you can ask any questions that you might have. And then also after that, we will go around the room and sort of the screen and have everyone introduce themselves, say a little bit about their connection to Michigan State and what you're looking forward to on the trip. So next, Mark, go ahead.
Thanks, Regina, and thanks, Jo.
Yeah.
Welcome, everybody. It's great to see everyone, and thank you for inviting me to this Zoom. As Regina knows, I'm very low tech, and Regina is very high tech. So it's great when she puts this together. So welcome. I'm here in Chicago. It's kind of an overcast, cold day. It's another typical day here in Chicago in March, although we got a nice surprise a couple weeks ago with 70-degree weather. So again, welcome. I'm Mark Miller here at AHI Travel. We have been around, we're celebrating 63 years, just doing travel in the alumni travel space. And we've been working with Michigan State for a very, very long time, and Regina for a very, very long time. And so thank you again, Regina. Thank you, Jo, for hosting. It's going to be a really great trip. This is one of my favorites, actually. So just to give the lay of the land here, April 8th to the 16th is the Dutch Waterways. I know you all want to know who you're traveling with. So we have a total of 24 souls from Michigan State, which is one of the bigger groups. Of course, Jo will be your host. 29 travelers from Smithsonian Journeys. We have 30 from the University of Wisconsin, 16 from Willamette on the West Coast, 7 from Michigan, be nice to them, 2 from Penn State, 2 from Arizona State, 1 from USC, that's where my daughter goes to school, University of Southern California, will be graduating in a couple months, 1 from Ohio State, 2 from Virginia Tech, and 12 from a retirement community that just absolutely loves us, and that's from the Potomac Green Travelers. They're a retirement community in Maryland. So a total of 125 travelers. We have the dream team of travel directors on board. There's 4 of them, so it's 129 folks on the trip. The ship's maximum capacity, this is the Amadeus Queen, is 160 travelers. So so it's great just to have the 129 on board. Your travel directors are some of our best, or are our best. It's Emanuele from Italy. We've got Fred from Normandy. We've got Astrid, and we've got Judy from Ireland. So it's a great group of travel directors. Regina, you know these folks. I know you're giving all 4 of them a thumbs up. So so just a couple of things I always try to go through. You know, just to remind people, I know you're probably are really experienced travelers, but I always have to remind folks of kind of the things that know before you go that's happening. First of all, make sure that your passport is 6 months valid post the return of the tour. Believe it or not, we still have folks that don't really check that. We try to check it for them, but sometimes even last year we had people denied boarding because the passport wasn't valid 6 months after the return after April 16th. You know, COVID is still out there. We recommend, it's not required, but we recommend the COVID vaccine, the boosters, etc. I have I've done all my boosters, and I always get them. Also the flu. Flu shot, etc. So we just want to have everyone healthy. A good exercise just to do right before you go is do a self-test for COVID. That way, we're going to be on a ship, and we don't want COVID to spread. If you do are tested positive for COVID, let us know before you go, and we'll give you some options. But we don't want you to go with COVID knowing to go and go on the ship and spread it to everybody else. And just on the return as well, test when you get back the United States, because you might get COVID in the airport or on the airplane, and we don't want that to spread to your family or friends, neighbors. So self-test before, self-test after. That's just a big recommendation that we have. Flight information, please check your tickets. Your air tickets, just so that the first and last name matches your passport first and last name. That's real easy. You can also check in online through the mobile app of your airline in advance, and that requires passport information to be inputted. So just check that. We always want you to check, make sure you got the right the air tickets matching the passport. So have a couple issues last year with that as well. And then everyone asked me about attire and packing. I know it's smart casual, it's casual. The most important thing you're going to bring on this trip is comfortable walking shoes. I'm kind of an Echo guy, so I've got really broken in Echoes. Don't bring your new shoes. Bring your broken in good walking shoes. Extremely important. That's the most important piece of attire you're gonna bring. And then it's smart casual. Guys, you won't need one of these. You're not going to need a tie. If you want to bring a sports jacket, great. If you don't want to bring a sports jacket, it's great. I like to kind of bring the sports jacket for the farewell, welcome and farewell parties. But that's about it. Ladies, Regina always brings this big, green gown, and you don't have to do that. It's a cocktail dress, just smart, comfortable, layered clothing. It's not going to be too warm there. It's so you want to dress in layers. You might get a surprise like we did here in Chicago a couple of weeks ago, where it was 60 degrees, but this is the Netherlands. So bring layered clothing. Some of the other things that you should look at bringing is a light rain jacket. some sunglasses, sunscreen, a cap, a cap or hat for outside, and also bring a supply of masks, just in case, again, there's the flu spreading on the ship or something spreading, and masks are always good. I like to have my own N95 masks. So bring those. We do have them aboard. Our travel directors do have them, but we encourage people to bring their own masks if that's, something that's happening. Also, a reusable water bottle is also very, very good to bring. We do provide, water and water bottles, but it's just, we like sustainability. So if you can bring your, reuse a waterable bottle. We have filling stations on the ship and when we're going excursions, so you'll be able to fill your water bottle. We have filling stations, throughout the trip. Medication. So also, if you have medication that you need, make sure that you take extra, just as a precaution, and put that in your, carry-on bag along with any valuables or electronics. Uh, we um, we want the medication in the original pharmacy container. TSA has been really weird about medications and Ziploc bags. So if you even have a snapshot of the prescription, that's good. On your phone, something like that. Yeah, but if you can keep it in the original bottle, that's great. And also you want to take an adequate supply of over-the-counter medicine. So in the Netherlands, you might not find, I'm a Tylenol guy, and I barely find Tylenol there in the Netherlands, or at least it doesn't look like Tylenol. So you might want to bring your own kind of adequate supply of over-the-counter medicine. I usually bring extra Tylenol just in case, but that's always good to have. The currency exchange rate is very good there. It's the euro, of course. It's €1 for 1.08 US dollars. So that's really, really good. So yeah, I would also bring that no foreign transactions fee credit card. That's the best credit card to have with you, and your ATM card, because if you do, you don't have to bring cash, euros in advance, but we'll stop at ATMs all along the way, and the best exchange rate is using your ATM card and getting euros out of the ATM. My college-age kids, when I travel with them, that ATM card is used a lot. So you want to try to pull out cash. You don't have to start with lots of cash, couple hundred equivalent US in euros, and just use your ATM card and no foreign transaction fee credit card. You could set up your onboard ship account with that credit card. Gratuities are all included, for our travel directors and the excursions and the guides, but they are not included for the ship staff. And so the recommended gratuity amount for the ship staff is 10 to 12 euros per person per day. And so that is equivalent to about 70 euros per person, 70 to 85 euros per person. You can pay through credit card through your own shipboard account at the end, and so you don't need cash. Some people do like to bring euros and pay in cash. You only need to pay one of the service people because they split everything. So so it's just that required amount, and that is again. We recommend the gratuities for the ship staff. Everyone asks me, who do we tip the travel director? We tip the travel directors, do we not? And so that's up to you. They're highly paid professionals. And so everyone asks me, well, if I do want to tip Emmy, what do I tip him? And that would be 5 to 10 euros per person per day is the kind of the going rate of tipping if you do want to tip. And it's only to one of the travel directors. They also split the tips among them. So, but that's again at your discretion. It's not required to tip the travel directors, but we do highly recommend, tipping the ship staff. Cell phones, Wi-Fi, I'm an AT&T guy, so they have this thing called the International Day Pass, where if I turn my phone on in Europe, it's $12 a day. If I keep it off, it's $0 a day. So that's completely up to you if you want to talk to your wireless carrier and you see whatever package they offer. There is free complimentary Wi-Fi, both at the hotels if anyone's on the Antwerp pre-package, or Amsterdam pre-package. And so there's Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi. There's also Wi-Fi on the ship. It's not that reliable, so it goes on and off. So don't do any major financial transactions while you're on board, because it's not really that reliable, but it is complimentary. So if you need to be online, you can do that on board the ship. And again, your cell phone will work just like it does here in the States if you sign up for one of these international packages through your wireless carrier. It works just the same, data, telephone, all that works all the same. Did everyone get their box? I love the box. Everyone get their box. I got my box here. Let me see. Box. This is the box. Everyone should have got. Here it is. Everyone got that box. Okay. And so in it is a couple things. The name badge. Please wear that. So that's very important. So you can introduce yourself to all the folks. Here's my name badge from I was with Notre Dame on a holiday markets. We've got the adapter, converter, well, not a converter, but adapter for your plug in your room, for your got the TSA bag and luggage tag. So make sure you bring your name badge, very important. Wear that for a few days so everyone knows your name. The time, we're 6 hours ahead of Lansing time there in the Netherlands and in Belgium. Weather, it looks like it's going to be high around 50. It's like high today here in Chicago. Low about 40 throughout your trip. There could be warmer spikes. Let's pray for warmer spikes for Amsterdam and the Netherlands. And then here's an emergency number everyone should take down. This is if there's irregularities in your flights. This is not handled by AI. It's handled by Denise, who monitors everyone's flights. And a lot of you, of course, are taking the HI Flex Air. But if you're not, we'd still like you to call this number to tell us what your plans are, because if you've arranged a transfer, or we just want to know if you're late, or we can help in any case, it'd be good to try to help you. That number is 844-382-2701. Again, 844-382-2701. I hope you don't need that number. And if you do need it, tell Denise I said hello. But she's very, very good. Former airline employee who's really good at helping people. And so, yeah, please, everyone, please use that number. There are just things that just happen, as CrowdStrike, so we want to try to help everyone if there's any kind of irregularity with flights. A couple of highlights I just want to mention real quickly before I answer some questions. First of all, you're on this really brand new, pretty new swanky ship. It's the Amadeus Queen. It was launched in 2018. Again, there's 81 staterooms, 160 total, but there's only going to be, 129 souls on board, which is great. Every stateroom has a river view. It's, really swanky, plush bedding, modern bathrooms. Lunch and dinner includes wine, beer, soft drinks, water, teas, special coffees, etc. There's a fitness room. There's a massage and hair salon available on board. And one thing very unique to the Amadeus Queen, one of my favorite things, is that they have a small indoor swimming pool. Wow. So that is kind of cool. It has a retractable overhead there. Love that. And so all the cabins are just great, and I think you're going to really enjoy being on the ship. A couple just finally highlights I like during this trip. First of all, Amsterdam, one of my favorite cities. You guys are going to go to Keukenhof Gardens. That's going to be just incredible. You're there right at tulip time, so it's going to be absolutely beautiful. We've got some good walking tours in Enkhuizen and Schatterzee, the museum. We also offer a bicycle tour for those who want to be active. That's going to be a great thing. The Hague and the Gouda cheese. Gouda cheese probably my favorite. And then Delft, the Delft porcelain factory is cool. Veer is a nice, lovely town. And then finally, the beer and chocolate in Belgium. Wow. It's just always a great. Um, so anyway, this time I'm gonna just open it up to any questions you guys might have about the itinerary or getting there, anything that you guys have in mind.
Mark, could you mention what will happen once they arrive in Amsterdam?
Sure. So we have everyone's transfer information for those um, who's booked our air or paid for a transfer. But we've got quite a few folks. There are 10 folks that are flying in early to do the pre-package in Amsterdam, and so you arrive and to Schiphol, and we will watch out for you. So we'll have a big AHI sign. We want to collect everybody and get everybody on our transfer bus to either go on the pre-package to the hotel, or when you arrive to go to the ship. When you arrive on April 9th, we want to, of course, collect everyone that's on our transfers. I think everyone has been given their transfer information. If not, you can talk to Anna, who is our travel coordinator, and she'll give you exact transfer information. But we have transfers going, it looks like from 7 a.m. Some people are coming in on Delta from Detroit. There's some coming in later at 9:30. So we have all of you scheduled for transfers, but the key here is you arrive, you're going to collect your luggage, you're going to clear customs, and then you can go out into the main area where you're going to look for the AHI, our team there with the AHI sign, and then we will greet you, make sure that you're comfortable, maybe a comfort stop in the airport, and then get you on a transfer bus onto either the ship or the hotel if you're coming in for the pre-package.
Thank you. Okay, there is one question in the chat. Could you describe the bikes? Are they e-bikes? Are they
Yes.
on the ship or land-based agency for one-day biking?
So
Or
there are
lawn
bikes
biking?
so there are bikes on the ship. They're all e-bikes. And so you could either do it during while your time on the ship, and then the bicycle excursion will be by, a company, and that will be led, by a guide, and those are also e-bikes as well. So you kind of have your choice. We put nowadays we put I think there's 3 e-bikes on every one of the ships that we use. So you have that flexibility to do it while you're on board, during your time there, or you could do the excursion, the bicycle tour excursion. I think that's in Orne, and that'll be led by a guide.
Okay, the next question, do you recommend bringing a voltage converter?
That's a really great question. So, the rule with the converters, like if you have like a computer, iPhone, iPad, those chargers have a little box, right? And that can be put into the adapter that we've sent. That box is a converter in itself. So you don't need a converter for any of that, any electrical charge that has like a little box, iPhone charger, phone charger, computer charger. All those have kind of a converter already inside of them. So you can definitely use the adapter that we send. There's 4 outlets in your room, plus there's a USB as well. 2 USBs in the room as well. What you do need a converter for, because I found this out a few years ago traveling with my youngest daughter, who has a curling iron, and that doesn't have a box on it. It's just a straight cord. Now she found out that plugging that into an adapter into a plug, of course, the curling iron kind of exploded. So if it's just a straight cord, yes, you need a converter, like a hair dryer. There are hair dryers on the ship, so you don't really need to bring a hair dryer. I used to bring a hair dryer until I lost most of my hair. So you don't need that. So unless you bring like a curling iron, something with just a straight cord with no box on it. I hope that answers that question.
Yes. Okay. All right. A follow-up question regarding the bikes. Are the bikes step through?
I do not know that answer, and I can find out for you. I can send that to Regina, and
Yes.
I'll give you all the information on the bikes.
Yeah, all right. Gwen will let you know. Okay,
Yeah.
the next question. What waterways will the ship travel on?
So it's many different waterways through Amsterdam. It just depends on the ship itself, but it's of course the major waterways um, through Amsterdam, and then going down through to Belgium. So that is many different waterways possibilities, I guess you could say, through your travels.
Okay, next question. Will there be lectures on the ship in the evening?
There is 2 lecturers, I think the one from the University of Wisconsin and one from Smithsonian Journeys. You can find the lecture times once you're on board. We try to wait until folks are on board and see what the ship schedule is. We don't want to conflict with anything that the ship is trying to do. So that will be announced. You'll get a daily program, including on the first day, and you can see where the lectures are. We usually try to put one in the morning, and then one in not at night, but like later afternoon. So that's where we try to schedule lectures. But look at the daily program, and there won't be quote unquote an evening. It's usually morning, and it's usually like afternoon. 4 or 5 o'clock. That's usually the timing before a cocktail hour.
Okay, all right. I need distilled water for a CPAP. Is there a place to buy some nearby, or will the ship have that available?
So we're familiar with that. Again, I would let Anna. I would call our travel coordinator, Anna. Make sure that request is in your record, and we will help you with distilled water. That's not a problem.
Okay, next question. It sounds like there may be some available space left on the ship. Is this the case? We have friends who would love to join the trip, but we're told it was full.
That's a good question. uh, uh, there might be. It would be late, but again, I couldn't tell you if we're wrapped up in cabins, but it does seem like we would have availability there. But I would probably start with Anna again and see if we can, get a cabin for your friends. Happy to try to do that.
Okay, all right. Do we have any other questions at all? Now's the time to ask. Well, if you can't think of anything now, but do later, feel free to reach out to me, and then I will get the answers for you. Also too, this is, oh, I skipped over one. Oh, yes, I'm sorry, Chris. I am arriving by rental car. When should I plan to meet the AHI rep and where? I'm assuming you'll arrive at the ship or,
Yeah. So
oh, Chris, you're on mute.
So if you're arriving, I would say we can give you the location, the docking location of the ship. I think that's in your information. I think we're going to try to start at 1 o'clock. I think that's the absolute earliest that you can board the ship, 1 p.m. And then I think we're going to try to get a lot of people. I think usually people kind of want to see around Amsterdam before they get on. So it's like 1 to 3 is kind of the normal kind of time, embarking the ship. So anytime 1 o'clock after would be just fine.
Okay, let's see here. There is another question. Excuse me, do you recommend when we are on tour, should we leave our passport in the room or keep it on us?
No, keep your passport in the room. That's important. Unless, the only reason why you would actually need a passport if you're going to make any kind of really major purchase, during, and you want to get a VAT, a refund. But yeah, we would recommend keeping the passport in your room. That
And
would
there's safes in the room, correct?
safes that there's safes in the room. You, you can do the old shoe method. Keep a shoe in there and
Yes.
your passport, and you'll never forget your passport because you'll be wondering where your shoe is, the other shoe. Yeah, keep your passport safe. You don't really need to carry that anywhere around. So you know, the security with the ship. We have high security with the ship, by the way, as well. So, you hand in your key to get off the ship. You hand in your key. They give you like a pass, and then you go out off on your excursions. And we know that you're not back on because we still, we still have your key. So we're very secure. We got security guards outside, the areas that we dock in. So it's a very, very secure, but I would just keep your passport. They'll collect it first when you embark, but they'll give that back to you. But I would keep that in your safe.
Another recommendation regarding pickpocketers. There's always a chance there's pickpocketers out there. So if for the ladies, if you have a type of purse that's open, I would recommend maybe bringing something that zips up so that you keep all your valuables safe. And the men, I do not recommend putting your wallet in your back pocket. So
Right.
yeah, find another way to store your money so that
That's a
you can avoid
good
that.
point, Regina. Thanks for mentioning that because yes, last year, especially with the Olympics, especially in Paris and in Amsterdam, in the Netherlands, there were a lot of pickpocketers. They were kind of targeting the Olympics, around there and in the countries around France. And they're very good, by the way. These are professional teams. This happened to a friend of mine who was actually trying to take literally and a very expensive camera that he had around his neck. And if you can imagine that.
Yeah, they work as a team.
They work as a
Yeah,
team. They're
one will distract
extremely
you and the other will grab. So
they're
yeah.
very good. Yeah, they're extremely good. And I would just say, if you're carrying, like I carry a backpack, and just, I always eyeball the stuff that you're carrying. Because they're very good at taking stuff. We just had an incident again last year in France where someone was on the train and they put the luggage up and on the rail, and then when he got up, he was reading a book and got up, the luggage, everything was gone. So just be careful of your belongings. Just always make sure you're eyeballing them because they're criminals and pickpockets out there. Good. Thank you, Regina.
Yes. Any other questions at all? Well, if we don't, then, oh, okay, we do. Let's see. How soon should we make reservations for dinner in Amsterdam? Any recommendations?
Um, it, 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 um, it just depends, the Five Flies. I mean, there's a lot of great restaurants there in Amsterdam, and I don't think there's any kind of um, uh, timing. I would just try to make them in advance. I've never had any issue making reservations there in Amsterdam. So I just try to make them in advance. There's a lot of great restaurants there. The Five Flies is one of my favorite if you're looking at that. So
Oh, can you repeat that again? I didn't
yeah,
hear.
the Five Flies is it's a Dutch name, but it translates to English as the Five Flies. I know that sounds a little bizarre for a restaurant, but it's very, very good. And I think it's near the Marriott there in Amsterdam. So, but it doesn't require any enormous advanced reservations for restaurants there.
Okay. Anyone else? Alrighty. Well, like I said, if you do have questions, feel free to reach out to me and I'll make sure that we get those answered for you.
Yeah, and I'll try to find out the bike information while everyone's in.
Okay, wonderful. Great. Okay, well, thank you, Mark, very much. Next, we'll kind of go around the room and have everyone introduce themselves. And like I said, say, if you graduated from Michigan State, mention that. If you haven't, then just mention your connection somehow to Michigan State. And then, of course, what you're looking forward to on the trip. This allows you an opportunity to kind of get to know one another. Also, too, I have to mention our Bright Crowd page. So I think that most of you have filled out bio information regarding yourselves on the Bright Crowd page. And if you haven't, feel free to reach out to me and I can send you another email invitation to join in. But this allows you another way for you to get to know your fellow MSU travelers. So, all right, I'm going to start with Margaret.
Okay, hi. I go by Margie, Margie.
Oh, okay.
I graduated in '67 in nursing, and right now I live outside of Annapolis, Maryland. And what else? I'm looking forward to the trip. I would at one point maybe like to go over to a little town that's right next to Veer. Is it Veer? Veere? And that's where some of my ancestors are from. So I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, Dave. Hi, Dave. It's good to see you again. Oh, you're on mute.
Okay, hello,
There you
Regina.
go. Yes, good
My
to
name
see
is
you.
Dave Churchill, and I had the great pleasure, my wife and I, Kathy and I, had the great pleasure of being on the 2023 Mediterranean cruise, and Regina was our wonderful MSU host. So
Thank
it's
you.
good to see you again, Regina.
Yes.
I graduated in 1975. I think I was one of the early study abroad students at Michigan State University, having gone through a study abroad at Michigan State in 1974 with Dr. John Hudzik. So we're looking forward to the trip. My wife is not on Zoom today, but she'll be with me, and I'm looking forward to the Kuchenhof Gardens, and I really love to just walk around in cities. It just so happens, like in 23, Regina, my sister Sally will be with the University of Michigan group with her son. They're both graduates of the University of Michigan, but she loves Michigan State University. And I'm sure she'll look forward to meeting all of you. There's only a few U of M people, just as I will.
Oh,
Thank you.
wonderful. It's great that Sally's joining you again. Okay, Ralph.
Yeah, my affiliation is pretty easy. I'm the Joe's husband, and so I'm tagging along with her and taking that opportunity. Um, I will say that growing up, I was always a Spartan fan. So go green! They're looking good in the NCAA. So excited about that. Um, Both of us been looking to go overseas for a long time, and this is just a really exciting time for me to get to see the new countries and just see everything that's going on. And I just love people and culture. So the culture means food to me, and so I'm excited about that. Trying new foods and meeting new people, it'll be exciting.
Wonderful. Great. Thank you. Okay, Frank is next.
Oh,
There you go.
okay. Yeah, my relationship to MSU is my wife and daughter and my brother all went to MSU. And I lived in Lansing.
So I graduated, this is Jody Barron, and I graduated in 1983 in communications from MSU. And we're looking
Won-
forward to the trip.
Wonderful. Great. Thank you. Okay, Chris.
Hi, I'm Michigan State grad 73, my wife 75, and she's got a meeting she walked by that she has to go to. So we've been to the Netherlands. I'm Dutch. I've been to the Netherlands a few times. Looking forward to this trip, going with my sister. We're touring in a rental car, and then I'm going to drop them off the ship and then bring it back to the airport. So I'll check with Anna about how I'll connect with the AHI agent, but we've been on AHI before and always had a good time. So looking forward to it.
Good. Wonderful. Okay, George is next. Oh, you're on mute. Oh, yep, you're still on mute.
We can't lip read.
Can you find the audio button? That might. Sometimes they're hard to find.
Mine is off to the left.
Yeah, sometimes they can be all over the screen, so. Try hitting the space bar, maybe that will work. Sometimes that happens. Or you can unmute using the space bar. Okay, we'll move on and then we'll come back to you. How's that? Okay, Jody. Jody there? All right. There you go. All right. Not yet. Okay, how about Gwen? Oh, there goes George. You're off
Yes.
mute now.
Sorry about that. I was pushing the wrong button. George Amelgus, class of 1980. I'm with my wife, Patricia.
Class of 81. Graduated in industrial design.
Accounting and finance for me.
We
Okay.
currently live in Asheville, North Carolina.
Oh, wonderful. I hear Asheville's wonderful.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I've been there once, but it's a long time ago, so.
Well, we're looking forward to just the culture and the museums and walking around and the tulips.
Wonderful. Great. Thank you. All right, Gwen.
Yeah, hi everyone. Yeah, let's see. I am still at MSU, and Margie, you might be interested in knowing I'm faculty with the College of Nursing. And so I've done some of these trips before, but my husband and I, John, will be coming. And we were delighted to see that Bill and Betty Wadlin were on the trip. I guess they've left the Zoom for now, but our sons are really good friends. So it was a surprise and a pleasant one. And we're gonna hook up with Anna to see if our other friends who are interested in coming could still maybe make the trip. We were told they were waitlisted and they haven't been called, so we will see. But
Yeah, sometimes what happens is it comes down to whether or not they can secure airfare. That might be part of the reason. I don't know for sure, but we'll find out for you.
okay, sounds good. But looking forward to meeting everybody in person real soon.
Yes, great. Okay, we'll go back to Jody. I don't know if you're there or not. Yeah, no response. Okay. All right. Well, thank you all very much for joining this Zoom. I hope it was helpful for you. If you have questions, feel free to reach out to us, and I'll let Mark know, or we'll figure out the answers, and then we'll get those to you. Also, this has been recorded, and what I'll do is I'll send it out to everyone, including those that weren't able to attend. But if there, for some reason, there was a question or an answer to something that you don't remember, then you have this option to be able to view the video again. So I'll get that out to you. It takes a little time to convert it over, so it'll be either later today or tomorrow that I will send it out to you. So again, thank you so much. Thank you, Mark, very
Yeah.
much. Thank
Thank
you, Joe,
everyone.
for
Thank you.
attending.
Bon
Yes.
voyage, everyone. Have a great trip.
Yes, and safe
That's-
travels,
yeah.
and go green.
Thanks.
Right.
Yeah.
All
Thanks,
right.
everybody.
Go white.
Okay, bye-bye.